Today we're going to answer our Charlotte Web questions. You're going to need 2 pages, so you'll need this one that has 1 through 5, and then we're going to answer number 6 and number 7 on the second page, and then tomorrow we will do 8 through 13. So pull those 2 pages out and we will go over them. We finally started reading new chapters in Charlotte's Web that we had not read in school. So we read hopefully you listened to chapter 13. What type of thread did Charlotte use to write her message about Wilbur? Was it sticky thread, shiny thread, dry thread, or special thread? Okay, hopefully you've already done this. If you haven't, pause the video because I'm going to give you your answers now. We're going to talk about it together. The answer number 1, she used dry thread, so it's B. Circle B if you haven't done that already. Number 2, since Wilbur was now a terrific pig, how did Mr. Zuckerman change his living conditions? So what was some of the things he did different for Wilbur in this chapter? If you remember, he told Lurvy that Wilbur would not have manure in his pig pen anymore. Now he was going to get clean, bright straw every day for his bedding. And there was a lot of other things that he said his living conditions were going to be changing quite a bit. So you could just put change quite a bit. Do you remember, did Wilbur like the clean, dry straw? Think about that. Might be another question. Number 3, what was happening on September 6th? Where were they going? You guys know this one. They are going to the county fair. Mr. Zuckerman was taking Wilbur to the county fair. Number 4, what was the first word that Templeton found at the dump? And why wasn't that a good word for Charlotte to weave in her web? Remember, the first word he found was crunchy. And she said that was a terrible idea because they would think of crispy, crunchy ham and bacon, and it would put wrong ideas in their head. They would go back to wanting to eat Wilbur again. And number 5, eventually Templeton found a good word for Charlotte to use. What was it? Was it glowing, extra special, pre-shrunk, or radiant? Now, if you remember, he did find the word pre-shrunk, and Charlotte also said that was not a good word. And so we ended up finding the word radiant. So there's the answers for this first page. You can shorten the writing if you need to. And then we're going to do questions 6 and 7 on the second page. So the question number 6, why was Fern's mother concerned about her? So this one was, Fern's mother felt she was spending too much time alone with the animals. And remember, she was worried because Fern kept telling her what the animals would say. And so she said, you need to be outside playing with other children because the animals can't talk. And then how did Dr. Dorian calm Mrs. Arable's fears over Fern? So he told her that if Fern looked okay and was eating and sleeping well, that she didn't have anything to be concerned about. That she would Fern would always love animals and children's interests change. And some days she would be more interested in boys than in animals on the farm. So I'm just going to show you these first 2. And I just kind of summarized this one because it's long. You don't have to write all that. So that is all we're going to do for today. And then tomorrow we will finish that page and go on to the next one. Have fun.